This is my second Mystery Ranch bag, and it's more of an everyday carry pack than the Mission Rover. This is the District 24. I say it's an everyday carry pack because it has a non-stowable harness system and organization that's designed around easy access as opposed to a large suitcase style main compartment. However, there is a flap on the inside that you can disconnect and let you open the bag almost completely and pack it more like a panel style luggage. While the District 24 wasn't designed to be a travel backpack per se, you could definitely use it as one. The listed dimensions on the website are close: 18.5 by 11.8, 9.8, 47, 30, 25 centimeters. I don't have this bag quite full, but the way I have it packed here, I'm measuring my bag at 19.5 long by around 12.5 wide. So a little longer and wider, but it's not as deep. The way I have it packed is about 8.5, which means this bag is small enough to work as a carry-on on pretty much every airline. However, it's a little bit long. It's not gonna quite work as a personal item pack. This thing does have a rigid frame sheet in the back, so you don't have a lot of flexibility to squish the bag down. Now I'll do a quick capacity test, fill the bag with packing peanuts, transfer it into my marked container to see what the actual volume is. All right, I got it fully packed out with peanuts here. Tried to make sure I had all these extra pockets, top pocket and the front pocket, nice and full with peanuts without being overpacked. Transfer them into the container. So right on the money here, this is listed as a 24-liter pack. We're a little bit below, right between these two marks, so I'd say this bag is almost exactly 24 liters. The District 24 reaffirms my thought that Mystery Ranch is a buy it for life company. The materials, hardware, and craftsmanship on this bag are fantastic. The main fabric is a midweight but very durable. It's a 420 denier Cordura. It's got a very tight weave and it's smooth, so it's not going to collect lint or dirt. It has a bright orange 210 denier liner on the black color as well as the hummus. They do this because it's a good contrast color for finding gear. It's really bright. You're not going to lose stuff in the bottom of the pack. The hardware is exactly what I like to see on high quality packs like this. Huge number 10 YKK zips on the main compartment, and then smaller but still large number 8s on the rest of the zippers. They're not locking, but they're large enough that you can clip them together with one of these Night Eyes micro locks. This black one matches the color on the pack. You can barely even see it. It's a great way to offer some low-key security. The buckles and adjusters are also awesome. Basically the highest quality Duraflex hardware that you can get, and these are appropriately sized for this size of pack. Now moving on to the external features. This has a very large front panel Velcro flap, a large top access slash pocket, and then 2 side water bottle pockets. This front pocket is large, top opening Velcro flap, takes up pretty much the full volume on the front of this pack. You can see from the side, kind of has this flap expansion here, which sort of gives this pocket its own volume, but I'll show you later when I pack the bag. If you do pack the inside too much, it does push into the volume on this front pocket. This pocket is designed for easy access, really easy to open and close. Get into there. There's 2 access sleeves right here on the top, and then it's a little bit harder to see what's going into the bottom of this pocket. However, there's a nice zipper flap and a buckle here that lets you completely open this thing to get inside the full access. It only zips open on the one side, so it's kind of a flat panel here, and then you can put stuff just in the main pocket of this thing, or you can see there's another fairly large divider pocket down here in the bottom. This large top slash pocket, the zipper nice and smooth. It goes almost the entire length of the top. This thing opens up. It's fairly deep, but it's quite wide. So you can fit a ton of stuff in here, really easy access on the outside of the bag. These side water bottle pockets work fine, stretchy mesh here. They're nice and wide, but I think this is the one thing on this bag that could use improvement because they are a little bit short. This is a great place for storing gear, little packable day pack in there, easily holds slim coffee bottle or a slim water bottle. And as long as you don't have the main bag packed out too much, this thing can also fit up to this 1 liter bottle. It's really not in danger of falling out when you're just carrying the bag around normally. However, if you do set the pack down or your bag falls over, This thing is really close to sliding out. Just a little nudge and this thing could pop right out of the pack. I think they could have fixed this easily by just extending this mesh up maybe an inch higher up on the bag. They could have put a little strap in here so you could connect your water bottle to it, or even a little fabric loop up here in the top. Moving around to the back, the carry system on the District 24, it's solid, well made, and comfortable, and has all the features that I like to see on this size of pack. These shoulder straps are nice and wide. They're soft, well padded, covered with a squishy, soft foam mesh backing. They have a nice adjustable sternum strap, and they managed to put a nice top load adjuster on here that works well, but I also think is unobtrusive and fits well in with the design on this pack. And kind of as a counterexample, the Osprey Farpoint 40, the strap buckles up here way on the top of the pack and connects way down here in the bottom. So this thing stands out. It's a lot more obvious. Don't think it quite fits in well with the design of the pack as the District 24. The back padding is also wide and comfortable, decently thick. And this thing, well, it doesn't have a nice air sleeve in the middle. It doesn't take up the full width of the pack, so you have some good air ventilation over here on the sides. And then worth noting, there is no hip belt option with this pack, but it's 24 liters, so it's small enough that I don't think it really needs one. Now moving to the interior of the District 24, it's got a full panel opening design, zipper that goes all the way down. However, I'll show you, there's two ways to set up the interior organization on this bag. So you can see there's this divider panel going down the middle, and this is gonna prevent you from opening the bag all the way, kind of like a big snake mouth. And if you wanna carry the bag like this, more of an everyday carry pack, then you have kind of these two separate compartments for storing your gear. These pockets are plenty large enough if you wanted to put a slimmer packing cube in this back pocket and then another small packing cube in this front one, or this would be a good place for something bulky like a jacket, maybe your toiletry bag. However, if you're using this bag for travel, there's a much better way to do it. This divider sleeve actually detaches on these Velcro strips along the sides. These are well secure. They have a button on the top and then a full Velcro that runs down the length of the bag. So they're easy to detach, but they stay fairly secure when you don't want them to move. So you disconnect those two flaps. Now you can open the bag fully. These things have the opposite Velcro on each side, so you can connect them together down here so they're not flopping around in the way. So now you have a setup that's a little bit more like a traditional panel style luggage. It's a lot wider here on the back. However, it does taper off here in the front, so you need to be careful how to pack this bag. And this is where you can see they also have the laptop sleeve. They made this as a compromise. So you'd have a lot of the features, a lot of protection features of a laptop compartment without having to have the actual separate compartment. This thing easily holds my Dell 15-inch, and they say it holds up to a 17-inch. It has these stretchy straps on the side, so if you get a bigger laptop in there, it's gonna make room for it, but it'll squish down and hold tight on a smaller laptop like this. This thing has decent padding. There's this fairly firm, thin foam sheet on the front. It has another foam sheet on the back, as well as the plastic frame sheet, so it's well protected from the back. The design on this thing is gonna hold it nice in the middle of the pack, so you don't need to worry about the sides. And then there is a fairly large false bottom you can see, keeping it several inches off the bottom of the pack, so it's gonna protect your laptop when you're setting the bag down. The packing on this bag isn't completely straightforward. Because it does offer you some versatility with this flap, you're gonna kind of have to experiment what works for your packing style, what kind of gear you're taking, whether you want two larger compartments, or if you want to open this bag up and be able to pack your bag more like a suitcase. I tried packing this main compartment with my standard 14 by 10 medium Eagle Creek compression cube. It's a little bit wide for this pack. It's kind of stretching it out there. And when I try to put it in sideways, it fits fine, but it kind of gives this awkward space over here on the side. So I tried switching it out for the Peak Design medium packing cube. This thing is square, but it's a little bit shorter in each dimension, about 12.5 by 12.5 as opposed to 14. And I found that the width on this thing fits inside the bottom of the District 24 almost perfectly. This is a huge packing cube. I have it in the compressed version right now. You should be able to fit enough clothes in here for 2 to 3 days, but if you wanted to expand it, this packing cube is expandable, and you can see there's a little bit more room here in the main compartment. And then there's gonna be enough room on the top here for my toiletry kit, rounded on the top, fits well in the design of the bag. I'm not gonna pack it anymore because there's really no lip on here, so I'm gonna shut the top before putting more gear in here, otherwise it's just gonna fall out. And then you can see I have quite a bit of room here on the top. I'm gonna stick a puffy jacket in there. And you also still have a little bit of volume in this front panel. Could be a good place for something thin, like a pair of sandals. However, you do want to be a little bit careful packing this thing, because remember, if you do pack this main part too full, then you're not going to have as much room in this front panel. This top pocket is good, kind of has its own volume, so what you pack in the main compartment isn't going to impact this pocket quite as much. Then you can see I kind of underpacked this bag a little bit, so I like to do that. It gives me plenty of space. I can add extra stuff, more water, snacks later if I want, but because I didn't pack the main bag too full, I have a ton of room in this front pocket for all my small gear organization. This is the bag fully packed out. I also put a day pack in one pocket and a coffee press in the other one, and the weight on this thing is about 5.3 kilograms or 11.8 pounds. This is what the bag looks like on me fully packed. I've been training for the summer, so I took this thing on several long hikes and filled it with cans of beans. I had quite a bit more weight than I have in it now. I thought it looked great. The shoulder straps fit me well. Sternum strap fits good on my back, and the top load adjusters help bring the weight distribution closer to my back. In summary, I think the District 24 is an awesome everyday carry pack. It's very durable, well made, with great hardware and fabric. It has a lot of great small item, easy access organization, and a very comfortable carry system. This bag can be challenging to pack because it has that flap running down the middle. You're gonna have to try packing your gear in a few different orientations to find one that works well for you. However, once you get this pack dialed in, all your gear is gonna be well organized and easy to get to. Really my only con in this pack is the water bottle pockets. They work fine, but they're just a little short. I think if they just made this one small change, making them just a little bit longer, then this would be almost the perfect everyday carry pack. That's all I have for the Mystery Ranch District 24 Everyday Carry / Minimalist Travel Pack. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. And again, thanks for watching.